Hello. Hello, Gary Champion, psychic medium and healer. Hello, Gina. And I am. I don't know what that stands for, but I am is good enough. We'll wait around for a few people. I'll do a few free readings this afternoon on my little go live section, and we'll see how it goes. Kimber, hi, Gary. Kimber, is it your time to go? And who had the heart attack? Sandra, why don't you give me your mother's name? I don't know you. Uh, it's Delma Montez. Is there a self-inflicted? Oh, my ex had a heart attack in October. Is he improving or is he getting worse? Oh, he passed. One of you, three or four, something was self-inflicted. They did it to themselves in some way. They had something to do with their own passing. May not appear to be, but stressful situations, whoever this was, had a lot to do with their passing. You've all come at me at once. I don't have Bunny here to read them. I'm reading them all myself. Something is this wouldn't get spent. Okay. So self-inflicted and a lot of stress. The next 6 months, or you decide. Jenny M, prosperity. You're coming upon a time of prosperity. It's like someone needs you for some reason. Are you a numbers person? Do you add up numbers? Or are you an accountant or some kind? Who is the numbers person? Well, that's a numbers person. Geez. Are you very accurate? I'm losing track here. Uh, Gina M, I said the numbers person. You're not the numbers person. Who is the numbers person, Gina? Aaron, something's wrong. Something with you is not right for children. And if you do have children, there's something about a detached placenta. Write that down. I know what a placenta is, but there's something about a detached placenta. Unless that's already happened, maybe your mother had a child with a detached placenta. Wasn't connected right. See, Jana, we moved on to somebody else. Aaron, we're with Aaron. Something about a detached placenta. Um, Something's in the wrong place, Aaron, for you to have children. And your waiting time is going on and is harder too. Something is tilted, Aaron. Something is tilted funny that conception is hard because something is tilted. Look it up. It's not it's, you're afraid you won't have children, but you also don't know if you want to have children. Is this you? There you go. Uterus is tilted. That has a lot to do with whether you'll get pregnant or not. And yours is kind of extremely tilted. So I'm going to tell you something personal. When you're having sex and you want to reproduce a child, do not jump up. Stay in bed for an hour after you've had sex. And it should consummate it in a way that'll work. Okay? It's a good thing I won't remember I said that. That's kind of personal information. But tilted uterus, you have to stay in bed a long time on your side, on your back, and just be there for a long time. Sandra Jones. There's Avis Norton. Someone was tired of living. Is that her, Sandra? And someone had an axe to grind about this. It's like it's somebody's fault, but it really wasn't. Okay. So you're saying I told you that before, Aaron? Hey, J. Lo, no, your Social Security disability is something wrong with it. There's a glitch. It's too early or too something, or I don't think people believe there's a disability. I've talked to you before, I believe. Oh, you've read it somewhere. Okay. Good, because I'm glad you're not asking me the same questions over and over again. M. Flood. Whatever you're doing right now, patience is the key to making it come out right. You get in a hurry, you get nothing. Personal gratification comes when you take patience and let things evolve. You tend to jump in there before things have evolved and dislocate it where things don't go your way. If you can learn to wait until things connect, you're too early to jump in. You're the control guy. Everything's got to control everything. Okay. You're not going to answer my question. My question, Mr. M. Flood, is are you a control freak? You like to control everything. I know y'all keep asking the same questions. I can only do one thing at a time. Your ex-son-in-law left his current wife and hasn't seen her. He's wanting pity, wanting people to feel sorry for him. So he's doing this kind of on purpose. He wants to disappear for a while. He's sort of doing, he wants pity. He wants, he's a waste of time. He thinks he's sort of doing the right thing, but he's not. Okay. My brother Jim ever be released from prison? Yeah, but there won't be much left of him when he does. He'll need a place to go. Okay. Well, Patricia, why would you think I would say you need to move? It's got nothing to do with owning a home. It has to do with enriching your life in some way. You don't belong there anymore. Things are happening elsewhere, and you're stuck here. Sometimes moving is the only thing you can do to increase what's going on with you. What's going on with you? See, I own mine home too, but if I felt there was a need for me to move and do something else somewhere, maybe enhance my life someplace else, I'd sell my home and move. I don't think that's what's going on here. It's not that you will have to move. It's sort of things come to fruition, coming in a big circle. Your time there is ended. You don't have to move. You can stay there. Things will be better for you someplace else. Lori Rogers, daughter go to rehab and get her children back? No. She's lost, and she has brain damage. She can't return to her life before. And she has a lot of pain. She has a lot of pain. That's maybe why she's a drug user. She created her own problems. Okay, Kimberly, you have looked close. Personal finances are you're doing something to you're spending money you shouldn't spend, so there's a hole in the bucket. You're not somebody else is controlling the money here. I don't know what this is about. Someone else, you have too many debts, and someone's controlling the money. Are you married? Do you have a husband or a partner that's causing a lot of money to go out? You're rescuing people. That's why you don't have any money. You're trying to save people, children. Yeah, COPD, tired of fighting the disease. Yeah, I believe that's true. Just worn out. Her mind was no longer really clear. She couldn't get enough oxygen in to clear up her mind. Son found a love for it. See, you're women, you want to fix your guys. He's freaking 30. He's not looking very hard. He doesn't want to give up his lifestyle. So, no. Life partner means you commit and you move in, and he's not the type. He doesn't give himself. He's all about himself. He's not really looking. He's looking for fun. Things have changed. Men especially. There's a big disconnect there. They don't want to get married. They don't want children. They don't want to own a house. They don't want to own a car even. They want to play games. Yeah, love stamps out anger and everything. False teeth is absolutely true. If you can keep a positive thought in your heart, everything seems to turn out. We fear things. We want things maybe we shouldn't have. Your sister Barb just doesn't have strong lungs, so she's susceptible to everything. A couple of little, like COVID and things like that, take your immune system out, and that's what she has. She has a weakened immune system. Um, hmm, kinda, I think I'm going to do a video about um, lower immune systems, how to boost them. There's a lot of ways, but they're saying it's kind of too late for her. The damage is done. You can't undo the damage that's been done. Moving to heaven. I'm 75. It could be. Could be. Are you helping a lot, Kimberly? Are you helping a lot of other people? Where's the leak? That's where it is. You're not holding on to money because you don't want to hold on to money. You have funky expenses. Loyal to Lauren. Gary, please tell me about my life. You're playing catch up. That's all I'm getting. You're playing catch up. You're behind and have been for a long time. You're playing catch up. It's not your time to go yet, Patricia, but I believe you've made plans for that, but it's not your time to go yet. Yeah, AJ, I don't know who the Summer Wells murder is. I have no clue. Never heard of it, but I'm getting it will be solved. Oh, false teeth, stop quoting people. Your little cryptic messages. Are you on here to give people readings like me? You shouldn't be doing that. Patricia, she has some kind of an imbalance in her hormonal system that is causing a lot of this anger. She's unbalanced hormonally. And she had something bad happen to her at one time, and it's come back to haunt her. Her life's never been the same since this horrible thing happened, and she struggles with it. And she thinks somebody owes her something, and they don't. Oh, Cat, it's not, that isn't how it works. He crossed over 6 years ago. He's moved on to something. This is human stuff. You think you die and your husband's over there, you'll be together forever. And that's not the way it happens. He's crossed over, but he's changed. So you don't spend eternity with each other. You might meet each other, you might be friends, but it's a time for evolving, not remaining the same. You want things to be the way they are here and miss him, but things have changed. He's changed. He's not what he was when you knew him. Evolution continues on the other side, even after someone has passed. Marie Teresa Hughes, you need a second opinion. They haven't tried to cure it with anything else. They've just, here's a lump, let's cut it out. See, I'm not a good person on that. Lately, every doctor that I've talked to, and I've talked to a lot of them lately, will not do chemo. They just won't do it because chemo kills everything, good and bad tissue. It's a fibrous lump. Maria Teresa Hughes, can't you try for a lumpectomy? Do a little radiation. I suffered a heart attack last year. Doctor said I have some brain damage. You have a inability to concentrate, and heart attacks will do that. You'll get it back over a period of time. Time will take care of this, Joanne. You know, you got billions of cells in your brain. You can lose 1,000,000 of them and not even know it. So I don't think I'd put a lot of time will tell, they're saying, that you should come back around. What I said. Yeah. Cat, you'll pass over, but you wouldn't know him. He's different. He's changed. He's evolving into something else. The chances of you meeting together on the other side and evolving together, and then maybe coming back again and being husband and wife, that's movie stuff. Yeah, UFOs will be about 40 years from now. There'll be a lot of known things that aren't known now. Very little is known about them, except they are otherworldly. They're not from here. We don't know much else about them. Communications will begin through a back way. And I believe it'll be with people like me. I believe that aliens have an advanced ability to know things. They'll communicate mentally. Oh, Eileen Nolan, yeah. Well, sometimes you get mentally attached to someone, physically attached to someone, and then it doesn't work out, and it's hard to move on, but that's what you're suffering from. The inability to move on. Got to get out, got to meet new people. It wasn't good for you. There's D, son, his family. No, they don't like you. She especially doesn't like you. It's been a very long time. Oh, there's my son. Well, she's creating that. She doesn't like what you do and the way you do it, and you try and insert yourself in a family where she doesn't feel like you belong. You're the past, she's the future. And to some degree, that's, you got to let go of it, someone's saying. Part of that's true, where a man marries a woman, that becomes his lead woman. That becomes who he listens to. He's not supposed to listen to you anymore. He'll always be his mother, but if he doesn't listen to his wife, he doesn't have very long with her. So he's placating, that's a big word, he's placating her. And I think this is a lost cause. It's a shame. This is going on all over the country, and it's being created sometimes just by Trumpism. You know, one family loves Trump, one doesn't. Part of it does, part of it doesn't. They don't speak ever again. Estranged is a funny word, isn't it? uh, Leota, your health can get better, but you've got to make it that way. I had a bad patch of bad health and changed everything I'm doing. What I eat, what I drink, meditations, talking to the other side a lot will help you. You have a weakened immune system, they're saying quite clearly. You have to boost your immune system. I'm going to tell you a strange thing that I'm boosting my immune system. It's not here yet, but against this wall back here will be a infrared sauna, which boosts everything. So you might try that. Your immune system's down, and somehow, some way, you've created that. Bounce back in the near future, yeah, I think you can get it back, but it's gone on so long. A steady decline. It's your immune system that no longer protects you. Husband get that claim with the VA. He submitted some. I'm getting stalled. You're just not dealing with it, and it's they're confusing it on purpose. He may have a good claim, but geez, you can die from the VA before you. He has a good claim there, and the VA has done a lot of things that have hurt people, and some of them eventually get some money, and some don't, because he has a quality of life problem now, and that's his. He needs to hone in on that. My quality of life is not what it once was, and they will have to deal with those words. That seems to be a big thing. My quality of life is diminished, therefore I need this. Not you owe me because you destroyed a kidney. My quality of life is bad. It's hard to sue the government, and that's a government agency. It's hard to sue um, the government and get anything. Uh, Camilla, I was a registered art therapist, but due to moving and COVID, I let it go. Yeah, COVID's a bad one. You should re-register and should do both. Winging it, you're good at, but you need to do both art therapy and creative art with groups. Um, you're good at um, creating links with people. Are you difficult to get along with? Chicken Parmesan hearts. You know, that's a strange one. You're probably seeing what you need to see. Um, lead with your heart, I believe is what that means. You're approaching things too logically. My wife and I just had this discussion. She's saying, turn here, don't do that. And I said, I don't live in this world. She should know that. I don't live in this world. I do things instinctively. I don't look and see things like she sees them. You're seeing things that you should be doing. More heart, less thinking. Yeah, sense of smell, that's COVID all over. I had that. And that some people have it really badly and some have just a smattering of it. And I've had both. And I smell both times. You can't taste or food just tastes like rubber. Oh, yeah. Well, you're good at creating those. You're just not good at following up. And they're doing it because of the person you are. Your energy's high, and you're attracting not the right kind of people. You're attracting people who are in love with you for false reasons. Your energy's, you're a fixer. And people who are badly damaged are the ones who are attracted to you most. Creative people often think they're not from here. Some are and some aren't. I thought I wasn't from here as a child because I didn't know anybody or anything. And you could tell me I still didn't know anything. You're from here, but it just doesn't seem like so. Your empathy kind of creative level is way out there. It's very high. And normal people find it hard to communicate with you, except people who you shouldn't be attracting. People you shouldn't be attracting are always coming to you. Son of Hughes, careful. He has a brain abnormality of some kind that's causing this anxiety. And I could mention, I think he's taking something for anxiety. And my beautiful orb friends, yeah, growing your pottery business from the ground up usually requires that you get out on the road and do a lot of pottery things. You know, where they have art fairs and craft fairs and things, and people get to know you, pass out a lot of cards, and then you kind of grow it from the ground up. People that don't know you will know you, they'll pass your card on, and you get a lot of work that way. And somebody's saying workshops. It's a great way to build clientele, some kind of workshop thing. Builds it very quickly. Teach, and your students become clients. Okay, I think my time is up. No, you can't go to the doctor. They don't know what to do with COVID at all, much less a loss of smell. It'll come back. Short time. Sometimes as few as 2-3 weeks, it'll come back. Don't let it bug you. It's here I am and I'm not here, and then it comes back around. Yeah, any messages regarding my visit tomorrow with my sister's and ex stepmother? Polite. Be polite. It's not it's a kind of a powder keg situation you're going into. Someone in that group likes to stir things up and create problems. And if you just say very politely, then they don't. They have nothing they can pounce on. See, I told you, I showed you about that. So be very polite, very unobtrusive. Just really don't be there. Answer questions, but nothing controversial. Because I believe these people, you'll get some questions that are intended to incite a riot. And if you answer them truthfully, that's what will happen. If you say, oh, I don't know, I think that's okay, then you're okay. The idea here is to continue with these people if you can. I don't do that. I don't satisfy, but I don't have a family. So you have a family and future people that can maybe help you if something goes wrong. So be as polite as possible. Mom is always looking after you in any house that you live in. Yeah, she watches you shower. She watches you fixing dinner. She watches you do everything. It has nothing to do with anything. They don't see us the way you would if you were here. I've actually found people in my shower. They're usually Asian people. I don't know why. But they pop into the shower and ask questions and disappear. So don't let it bug you. If you feel her presence someplace where maybe you think it's inappropriate. There isn't any inappropriateness there. They don't have any. They don't have the same thoughts that we do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get that from a lot of people, but it's true. I read a little book once, a little book, and it said you're never alone, and it pointed out all the things that happen with people who have passed. The spirits don't really abandon you. So whenever you're doing anything, they tend to be there. Personal moments, they don't give that any thought, like you would. Bookworm. This is a damned if you do, damned if you don't. COVID is everywhere. Chances are you've been exposed to it a dozen times. It's in the air. Everyone's been exposed to it. I don't know. It could stop you from getting a bad case, um, but should take it long before you go on vacation, like a month before. Okay, I think it's time for me to go. I hear my wife calling. Can use my wife as an excuse. Okay. Everyone, any advice on stained glass now? Driving myself crazy trying to design it. Cubism, Rayo. Something distinctly that doesn't look like anything. Cubism, I'm not sure what that is. It's a form of art. I've looked a lot I think, Cubism, and I don't get anything out of it. But that's what I heard, Cubism. Um, um, obscure. Is there an art called obscuro or something like that? Maybe you need to look into that. I'm just getting obscure. Okay. Yeah, Rick, use your wife's excuse. Well, she's been helping me out today and she's cooking supper, and I do not want to be late. We're having chicken and mashed potatoes and a little gravy sauce on the top, probably some mushrooms in there. That's my guess. Okay. Yeah, abstract. Something unconventional that doesn't look like a bird. You can do a bird, but it's got to look unusual, as obscure. Okay. Yeah, my wife's a terrific cook. She's a terrific person. Y'all don't know her, but you've seen her, and she's just terrific about everything. If you find the right partner, life is very, very good. And I've been extremely lucky. Extremely lucky. And she's handled some stuff for me today that I just couldn't get into. So I got to go. Bye. In the stream. It's been fun. I'll do it again periodically. I haven't done this one for a while, at least for a few weeks, but I'll periodically check in and do some little things. I'm worried about the breast cancer person. That's the person I'm worried about. I think something less damaging, a procedure with less, not slash and burn, which is what they do really well. It takes creativity to understand how to do that. For some reason, I don't see it returning. Okay. Thanks, guys. It's been fun. I'll see you later.